Hey everybody, welcome back to FMR Therapy. JC here, the people's therapist. And today I want to talk about what to do about those pesky knots in your upper back. So I'm talking about these knots right here. They're right off the side of your shoulder blade and they are just pesky and they just hang out all the time. Can't get rid of them. You're stretching, you're doing all kinds of stuff. Most likely those guys want to contract. So I'm here to teach you the why, okay? This is just one thing out of many. If you haven't seen my pec, mash, and stretch video, that's a good one to start with. And then after you've mashed and stretched, then it's time to start activating that posterior tissue of the shoulder. Really what we're trying to do is get a stretch in this front side of the shoulder. But that's another discussion for another time. Let's just talk about the why. So standing, if we just put our arms out to the side, that would be the shape of a T, right? If I go up, now I'm in a Y. I want you guys to have your thumbs facing backwards and your elbows straight. We are in a Y position. In this position, we want to make sure that those rib cages are not flaring out. So just because I asked you to bring your arms up, I don't want you to have your rib cage flare out. So take that thing, put it away, squeeze your butt, and really start pulling those thumbs backwards, trying to get your arms behind your head as best as possible with a straight elbow. That bent elbow is making it easier on the shoulder. So make sure that elbow stays nice and straight so that you know you're getting that movement here at the shoulder. So that's the standing Y, right? Maybe a good place to warm up. For some of you, that might be hard enough. So now I want to make this harder. All I have to do is get my body in a more horizontal position. So I can straight up take a nice braced position, bend forward, and again, I'm going to create that Y shape. So thumbs up in the air, and I'm going into that Y angle, not a T, but a Y. And I'm trying to pinch my shoulder blades together, keeping my elbows straight, keeping my arms in a Y, and as far bent over as I can get, the better. That's just putting a different type of gravity on my arms, and it's making my tissues that hold my shoulder blade in place having to work a little bit harder just because of gravity. Might as well use it. It's around all the time. If you have some bands, right, here's another option to add a little bit of resistance to your Y. Throw those bad boys around something. You might have a crossover symmetry system or something like that. We're going to get into that exact same shape, thumb traveling backward as I hold on to my handle. And now I'm just trying to pull that band behind me. Again, being very cautious of this rib cage. If I do one arm at a time, I don't want to be rotating. You can do both arms at the same time if you have two bands. Again, it doesn't really matter if you have a handle on that. If you don't have a handle and you've just got a regular, stretchy band, we're really just trying to get into that Y shape with the thumb traveling back. Reps aren't going to help you here. Holds are going to help you here, right? So it doesn't matter if you come out and go back in and you start looking like you're flying in a weird shape. It's more that you're just holding those positions, breathing, concentrating on where your rib cage is, concentrating on where your shoulder blade is, where your arm is, that your elbow is straight, as opposed to trying to get a bunch of sets and reps. Last but not least, we can go all the way to the floor. Instead of just being a little bit bent over, now we're completely horizontal. Keeping our forehead down, arms up in the Y, lifting, right? Don't take that whole chest up off the floor. Keep that chest down. Keep that face down. Keep those elbows straight, arms in that Y shape. Work on that. Get some holds and get rid of those pesky knots back there, huh? Thanks for sticking with me, you guys.